Hello, hockey fans. How's everybody doing? There were 5 games on the board yesterday. Just to review those quickly. Colorado beating Minnesota 3-2. Winnipeg coming back and defeating Chicago 5-2 after Chicago looked like they were controlling that game, but ended up taking a loss. Detroit. How does this happen? Detroit beating Boston for the second time this season. They seem to have their number. Just surprised me. Anaheim edging over Buffalo. The Rangers continuing to play well and beating Los Angeles. So I just went 2 and 3. We got 6 games today. Feel pretty good about these games. I'm calling some upsets, but I feel like it could be pretty good. So let's just get right on to the picks. We've got Arizona against Montreal. Montreal in their last 10 are 7-3-0 with a current 3-game winning streak. Price, I believe, is probable still in net for Montreal. Their last win was over Toronto, where they came back late in the third, tied the game, and then went into overtime and won the game. Arizona 2-5-3 with a current 2-game losing streak. Their last loss was to Boston 4-2. Ranta is probable in net for Arizona. Arizona definitely struggling and trying to find out what's going on there to get back on track. The Canadiens lead the season series 1-0 with a win back in October of 4-1. I do like Montreal at home here. I think they're playing good hockey. I think they've got a lot to prove, and I'm going to take Montreal to defeat Arizona. Second game, we've got Florida against Philly. Philly coming off an incredible win in Washington of 7-2. They're 7-2-1 in their last 10, current 1-game winning streak. Elliott was probable, but now it looks like Carter Hart has been confirmed to be in net for Philly. Against Florida team, who are 6-3-1 with a current 2-game losing streak. Bobrovsky is probable in net for Florida. Their last loss was to Pittsburgh 3-2. Panthers lead the season series 1-0 with a win of 5-2 back in November. All teams need points right now. We're coming into the part of the season where every game is like a Stanley Cup game where they need points to get to that Stanley Cup. Philly would move up nicely in the standings if they won. Good, strong home team. I'm going to take another home team here. I'm going to take Philly to beat Florida. Game 3, New York Islanders against Washington. Washington 6-4-0 in their last 10 with a current 1-game losing streak. Samsonov has been confirmed for Washington to be in net. Their last loss was to Philly, and I'm sure they weren't happy about that, losing at home 7-2. Against the New York Islanders, who are 4-4-2 in their last 10 with a current 1-game losing streak, Grease has now been confirmed to be in net for the Islanders. They're in a wild card position, 4th in the Metropolitan. Their last loss was to Tampa 3-1. Capitals lead the season series 2-1. They won back in October 2-1. Islanders won 4-3 in December, and then most recent match 6-4 in January for the Capitals. Ovechkin sitting at 698. Is this going to be the game where he reaches another milestone? Who knows, but it's possible. I'm still going to pick the Islanders here. I see some value with the Islanders, and I'm going to pick them to upset Washington. I'm sure Washington's favored, but the Islanders to go into Washington and win the game. Game 4. Columbus against Tampa. To me, this might be the best game of the night and an exciting one to watch. Columbus games are always exciting, it seems, and they're tight. Columbus being 8-1-1 with a current 1-game losing streak. Merzlikins is probable in net for Columbus. They're 3rd in the Metropolitan. Their last loss was to Colorado, where they had a lead 1-0. They allowed Colorado to come back, tie the game, and then Colorado went on to win 2-1. Tampa being 8-1-1, current 6-game winning streak. They're going to be looking for Game 7. Vasilevsky, probable in net for Tampa. They're 2nd in the Atlantic. Their last win was over the Islanders 3-1. The last time this team lost was to Dallas back in January. These teams haven't played each other, and I'm sure Tampa's favored, but I'm going to take Columbus to win in Columbus and to beat Tampa. On to Game 5, we've got Nashville playing in Vancouver against the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks being 5-4-1 in their last 10, current 3-game losing streak. Markstrom probable in net for Vancouver. They're still 1st in the Pacific. Their last loss was to Calgary 6-2, and Vancouver looked terrible. Miscommunication on the ice, missed passes, turnovers. It just looked like they something was up with the squad, and they weren't playing the way that they normally play. Against Nashville, who's 5-5-0 with a current one-game losing streak, Ren ain't probable in net for Nashville. Their last loss was to Edmonton. They had a 2-0 lead against Edmonton, and they allowed Edmonton to come back in the game, and then Edmonton went on to win 3-2. The Canucks lead the season series 2-0. Both games in November, a 5-3 and a 6-3 victory. I'm going to take Vancouver to get back on track here. I'm sure if they watch the tape of their last game, they're not going to be happy with themselves. So I'm going to look at them to get back on track, beat Nashville in Vancouver. On to Game 6, Calgary against San Jose. San Jose currently 5-5-0 in their last 10 current 2-game winning streak. Both those wins came against Alberta teams, Calgary and Edmonton. Their last one over Edmonton, 6-3. Dell has been confirmed in net, and that's big news because, I mean, Dell's been playing lights out. I think he got Player of the Week or Player of the Month. He's just really been in his zone playing net for San Jose. Against Calgary, who's 4-5-1 in their last 10, current one-game winning streak when they won against Vancouver, that 6-2 game. Riddick probable in net for Calgary. Sharks lead the season series 2-0, a win of 3-1 in October, and then most recently 3-1 earlier in February. I'm going to look to San Jose to continue to beat up these Alberta teams and to beat Calgary. So just to review those picks quick, we've got Montreal to beat Arizona. I'm going to pick Philly to beat Florida. I'm going to look to the Islanders to upset Washington, Columbus to win against Tampa, Vancouver to get back on track against Nashville and win, and then San Jose to wrap things up for the night to beat the Calgary Flames. Hope everyone has a great start to the week. Good luck with your picks, and thanks for watching.